Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. Time for another Palace Daily. First of all, apologies for not getting a video out the last couple of days following the Wolves result of the weekend. To be honest, I was so fuming with how we let that slip at the end against Wolves that I wasn't really thinking about doing a video or reaction video, and I probably should have, because it was a big talking point and it kind of sums up a lot of problems that we're having at home, not just this season but last season as well, and multiple seasons. And that is the main point I want to talk about in today's video, is our home form, linking into that Wolves result. But I will be planning, hopefully, to do another Palace Daily live stream tomorrow. It'll be the third one, so stay tuned tomorrow. I don't know, probably around just after midday I'll aim to do that. I'm free over the afternoon, so hopefully I'll get one out for you tomorrow. If you're around, come to the channel and obviously watch that. I'll have a lot of thoughts again on the previous fixtures, but also mainly looking ahead to Norwich at the weekend, so that'd be good. And then obviously on Friday we'll have a Palace preview for Norwich coming out as well, so good videos coming up hopefully. But let's get into this one. Yeah, so Wolves was very, very disappointing, and the reason I was probably one of the most angry. I was so angry leaving that game, and I haven't been angry leaving a Palace game for a while. And the reason I was so angry was because it was literally a carbon copy, almost a carbon copy of the game, the home game prior to that, the Aston Villa game before the international break. First half was kind of even. I think, well, I say even, it was Wolves had the better chances for sure. It wasn't like there were chances after chances, but they did look a lot more threatening when they went forward than when Palace went forward. We were lucky not to be going into half-time 2, maybe even 3-0 down. Guaita made a world-class save from Doherty at the back post, and then obviously Doherty almost got a toe on a great ball from Jimenez as well. They were causing all sorts of problems in the first half with their speed of their counter-attacks and how direct they were. And yeah, we struggled, and on the other end of the pitch we were a lot slower, didn't really have as much threat going forward, and we were lucky to be going in level at half time. Second half, completely different game, and it literally, a bit of a cliche, but it was literally a game of two halves. I think Palace battered Wolves the second half, and that was even before the red card. We just showed from in the first minute or so, Wolves did go up the other end and almost scored an opener. But straight from that, it almost like we were a completely different side. We did switch on and we were a lot better. But just like the Villa game, red card with about 20 minutes to go, we looked going forward like we created more chances, and we looked like we were a little bit more threatening going forward, like the Villa game, which is good to see. You know, I say good to see. In both games we didn't. We obviously scored against Villa with 10 men, but we didn't score as many as we should have against 10 men for that amount of time. We probably should have scored at least 2 against Villa. And again, we should have scored more than 2 against Wolves in that second half. And that's a problem we're having. Scoring against 10 men seems to be difficult for Palace. We never seem to look like we have the man advantage. We were creating many more chances, which is what you'd expect in that scenario. And we were getting much more of the ball, so again, what you'd expect. But not putting the ball in the net, and that is costing us massively. But the thing I was most annoyed about was defensively against the 10 men of Wolves. So similar against Villa. When Villa went forward in the last 5 or 10 minutes, the game management was shocking. We let them have the ball, no press, no getting under their skin. They've got 10 men, just hold the ball, take it to the corner, see the game out. Very, very lucky to come away with against Villa with the win. In my opinion, that goal should have stood in the last minute. And I was like, right, we can't do that again the rest of the season. We'll learn from this and we'll take it into the rest of the season. We'll learn from it. Our game management will improve. The very next home game against Wolves, and they score last minute. And, you know, yes, Benteke and Schlatt missed absolute sitters, and I was fuming at them. I tweeted about it after the game. They should have buried it. It should have been game over. No matter how poor the game management was, no matter how poor Roy was with the substitutions, those 2 chances have got to go in. They've got to go in the Premier League. You've got to bury those, and the game would have been done. That's my biggest problem with that. But even so, missing it, 1-0 up with a few minutes left on the clock in injury time, take the ball to the corner. We had the ball, take it to the corner. And even if we don't take it to corner, still defensively, Van Arnold should be out to Traore. He should know the threat. I know there's a threat in behind, but we've got so many players back defending onto this lead at that stage. you would hope that there'd be cover coming around to support him, or he should know that there is cover behind him. Ward at that post, I don't know whether it was a slip or if he just thought, I'll be clever and flick this behind me, but it was a horrendous defensive error, and I do feel for him because I thought he was up there with Cahill and Guaita as man of the match for me. And I was just fuming that we didn't see it out. Game management is poor for Palace, simple, and that's not just at home, where we, our best season at home was the year we came up. We've not matched that since, which is, when you look at the quality of the team, is kind of shocking. It's not just that, it's just in general consistency. We'll have one game like against, for example, Man United, where the game plan and the game management was fantastic. Even when we I know we gave away a penalty and we did let them score an equaliser, of course, but we're away to Man United. You're going to expect some little glimpses of quality like that, even though Man United are playing very poorly right now, don't get me wrong. And they're not the same Man United of old, but they've still got the quality to cause problems. No matter who they're playing, to be honest, they will definitely have chances in games. And that, they did have chances, they did equalise, but game management, again, for us to then just switch our game management, switch our focus and go bang forward and attack and score that winner was amazing. And even, whilst we're 1-0 up, defensively, so solid, the management of the game, how to use the ball, and when we were attacking, the way we used the ball was so clinical. I don't get why we can't do it consistently, especially at home where we've got one of the better atmospheres in the Premier League. In my opinion, the best. Obviously, I'm biased, but I just don't get why there is this mental block at Selhurst Park. There's this mental block with just holding on to a result or even scoring. Just scoring in general seems to be so problematic for us. I genuinely think if we had Batshuayi in that team against Wolves, we would have gone on to win by 2 or 3 goals. I genuinely think even if it wasn't Batshuayi, if we bought a top-class striker, doesn't even have to be a top-class striker, I think any other striker in the league scores the chances that Benteke and Schlupp had. I do think Benteke now, and I don't want to pile on the stuff that he gets so much hate, and I don't like to put hate on any of the players for the club I support, but he is the worst striker in the Premier League right now, and I don't think you can debate that. You look at his goal scoring form, he scored 1 game at home since the start of 2017, and that was a penalty against Leicester. So, when is this going to change for Palace? When is this home form going to... Hopefully this home form turns around and we show some consistency and some improvement in our game management at the weekend against Norwich. And obviously I'll get into that at a later date, but it's massive now. If we can get a win on that, then it's a fantastic start to the season. If we draw, we're going into a very tough run of games where all of a sudden in 5 games' time, we will look like we'll be looking over our shoulder again. And we can't afford to be doing that again, especially after we had 2 fantastic results before the international break. We can't afford to now just let that slip. So guys, that's my thoughts. It was more of a review, I think, on the Wolves game, but it was focusing on those key problems that I think we've seen, not just against Wolves, but those signs against Villa, very lucky against Villa, and last season we had signs of it as well. Game management, and also just when scoring goals, and Selhurst Park, at home against at home for Palace at Selhurst Park, our performance levels drop. In my opinion, especially up front. We can't seem to finish any chances. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I talked to Ramadan a bit there, a bit longer than I thought I would, but hopefully you agree with some of the points there, and obviously comment below your thoughts on the topics I mentioned. Any other topics you want to talk about, put them in the comments below. I'll read all the comments, even if I don't like or comment back. I do read everything, guys. So thank you guys so much for your support. Honestly, it's been fantastic on the channel this season so far. Hopefully onwards and upwards with the videos, and hopefully I'll have some new videos coming out soon as well. Obviously leave suggestions that you may have for new video content down below, and I'll take a look. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll hopefully get a live stream out tomorrow. If not, Palace preview Friday morning, Thursday evening, around that time. So thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.